Okay, we head to Texas now, where rival Mexican drug cartels battled just miles from the border near Roma, Texas. This is new video into our newsroom. Officials say the cartels were using machine guns mounted on trucks in a battle over a popular smuggling route. At least one of the groups had a thermal imaging drone. So joining us now, Lieutenant Christopher Olivares with the Texas Department of Public Safety. Lieutenant, thanks for being with us. We know this happened just miles from the Texas border. How common is this deadly cartel violence happening so close to American soil?
Well, Nicole, I mean, the cartels have always been a threat to the United States, and that's been for numerous years. But what we're seeing now, especially ever since last year, we're starting to see more acts of violence, more intimidation tactics against our law enforcement personnel. Just, we've had events that have been targeted towards our National Guardsmen, even Border Patrol, where some of these suspected cartel gunmen from Mexico are firing their weapons towards our agents. And not only that, but I've been out there too numerous times around that specific area where you see that drone footage, which is in Roma, Texas, right across in Mexico, which is Miguel Alemán in Mexico, where I've heard the gun battles take place at night. I've seen the tracer rounds from these high caliber weapons, these military-grade weapons that these cartels are able to utilize. And not only that, but now they have sophisticated capabilities using drones, which they use that to their advantage to not only do surveillance on law enforcement, but also use that to their advantage when they're battling with other cartels, rival cartels. And those two cartels that you're seeing on that drone footage is the Gulf Cartel and the Northeast Cartel, which have been constantly fighting for routes, human smuggling and drug smuggling routes from Miguel Alemán, Mexico, into the United States.
And we can see those flashes, as the shots are fired there. So,
Right.
Lieutenant, we know the Governor Abbott, has designated Mexican drug cartels as terrorist organizations. We also know there's a new effort to formally declare war on these groups. Is that what's needed to stop the border crisis? Is there something else that's needed? What do you think?
Well, most definitely. I think that's the first step right there, is actually designating the cartels for what they are, and those are foreign terrorist organizations. We've seen the brutality that they carry out, not only in Mexico, but also some of the crimes that have been committed in the United States as well, and also with fentanyl. We know right now the Sinaloa cartel is the main distributor for fentanyl that we're seeing to come across, along with the Jalisco cartel, New Generation, as well. So those two cartels are really manufacturing the amount of fentanyl that we're seeing that's coming across our border, that's killing tens of thousands of Americans. But also, one thing that we are focusing on right now as state law enforcement is going after the criminal gangs that are working in conjunction with the cartels in Mexico, actually going after them. And also taking away the profits, Nicole. That's one thing, too, is the main thing is to take away the profits, the money that's being laundered into Mexico that's supplying these cartels, also the weapons that you see, especially in that video, that drone video, where you see they're using military-grade weapons that they use to fight each other and also other organizations in Mexico. So that's a step in the right direction. I think that's where the federal government needs to step in also to take action and actually go after these organizations, go after these cartels for what they are. And those are terrorists, and actually put pressure on Mexico, also China, because the precursors from fentanyl is coming from China into Mexico to manufacture this deadly poison that's killing tens of thousands of Americans every single year.
All right.